wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I always say dreaming, never imagine I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Higher to a bird. You, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally.
I don't know why I'm here. I just felt like coming on today and chit chat and discuss things. I don't have any stories. So if you came for a news story, thank you for coming. There won't be one. I'm not even going to show any videos today because that's not what this is for. Oh, by the way. So this is Mickey, who is just really happy that she's out of Facebook jail. But hey, Mickey. So, oh, okay. Hey, Anna. Thank you. Happy New Year's to you, too. I'm not going to be on here long. If anything, I won't be on here very long at all. But I did want to come on all dressed up. I'm actually wearing cologne and everything. So where am I going tonight? Nowhere. I'm not going anywhere tonight. Well, one, I done got to the age now where that whole going out for New Year's Eve is just, I'm done with that. Two, it's a freaking pandemic out there, folks. So get over yourself. Oh, who is that? What about the story about the dude who says was reduced relative? still so much, but a hell of a lot. It is, Mickey. It is, but it isn't because I'm still trying to figure out the fact of why he got sentenced to begin with. That's my point. That's going to be my whole thing, and that's why I didn't want to get into it because I didn't want to get into it because literally my point would always will be why was he sentenced when it's not his fault? You actually know whose fault it is. Hey, Tracy Carson Media. Happy New Year's to you, sis. Um, yeah, Emma. Yeah, we're at home having a party with just the three of us. Exactly. I have no desire whatsoever to go out. However, at the same time, I had absolutely no desire to spend the night in my pajamas and a t-shirt either. Bring it in the new year. There's an old saying. Well, not an old saying. It's always been a tradition to me of, at least in my family, that you bring in the new year as if you want to. Oh, there's a buzzing sound. Gosh. Don't know what to do about that. But I can't turn it down. Y'all let me know if that's better. As a matter of fact, I may know the reason why there's a buzzing sound. Uh, uh, slight buzz. See if that fixes it. Is that a little better? No, it's louder. Wow. I don't know what to say. Because this is the only mic I have. Because I know the other mic is. We're just gonna have to rough through it. And I hope it gets better. I hope it don't tear everybody up. Maybe if I just put it down. Maybe that'll work. How is that? Is that any better? It may actually be just me, period. Let me see. I'm all dressed up in a comfy old sloppy sweater. I just put on this morning. Don't even have to put on a bra. My dog and cat says it's fine. Mickey, that just to skip to my point. Thank you, Anna. I don't know where it's coming from, and I've been off the grid for so long on this thing. I don't even know how to fix it. So hopefully it'll be fixed before next week. I can fix it before next week, I should say. Well, hold on. Let me see if I can fix it now. Do, 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 do. If that doesn't do it, I don't know what else to do. But anyway, my point was there was a tradition in our family that um, we would make sure that we bring in the new year the way we want the new year to be. In other words, all your cooking and cleaning and everything, you don't do any cooking and cleaning on New Year's Day because, and I know it's a silly tradition, but it was just funny to me. You don't cook and clean on New Year's Day because you'll be cooking and cleaning all year, which is silly as crap because, yeah, you're going to do that anyway. It ain't got nothing to do with what you did on New Year's Day. But that being said, I didn't want to come bring in the new year in pajamas. Sorry, I got the window up, so if you hear the dog, sorry. I didn't want to come and bring the New Year's in pajamas. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to dress up. I wanted to put cologne on. I wanted to look great, smell great, feel great, the whole kit and caboodle. And just come on here and chit chat. See how everybody's doing, what everybody up to, how is the last part of the year is going, what's your hopes and dreams for 2022. I already told you in my last show, but just to reiterate, I want to get up to at least 1,000 people by the end of next year. Which Mickey said when she get out of Facebook jail, she would help because I didn't know how long Mickey was going to be in jail, so I just went, okay. I'm doing a Zoom watch tonight at 11:30. PJs and oh Lord. Okay, Tracy. I'll try to make it if I'm not already buzzed out of my mind by that time. But yeah, I just find it important to see how you're going to bring in the new year. What I'm not going to say what is your New Year's resolutions. I don't buy that stuff really. But I do believe you should have New Year's goals. I do believe you need to evaluate yourself at the end of every year and see what you can improve on or what changes you want to make if you're honest with yourself. If you're not going to be honest with yourself, then don't worry about it. If you're not going to be honest with yourself, if you're not really going to break down your faults, so to speak, then don't waste your time. I mean, I know it's not going to phase me one way or the other. It's not going to phase anybody else one way or the other. We're talking about you. And I'm just giving you advice that if you are not going to be honest with yourself and find faults that you truly want to change, then don't waste your time. But if you do have things that you would like to change about yourself, look into it. Find what it is that you need to do to achieve that goal. My suggestion has always been this. I never like putting a timeline on it. That puts added pressure on you that's just not worth it. If you say next year I'm going to do XYZ, then give yourself the full year. But if you say by March I'm going to do blah blah blah, and then March does come and gone, and you still haven't done it, well, guess what? Now you're depressed because you didn't do it, and now you're literally not going to do it at all because you're going to throw your hands up in the air. Oh, what's the big deal? Don't give yourself a timeline. Just do it. Do it in short increments. If you want to lose weight, I want to lose 20 pounds. Fine. Next year, lose 20 pounds. Don't say next year by the summertime, because come on. Don't do that to yourself. I've been out of jail for just over a week. Yeah. Oh, Mickey. Mickey. It's good for your mental health to dress up now and again. I got a new outfit for you I'm trying out. I'll be buzzing on cannabis. Knock yourself out. Congratulations, Mickey, for being out of. Y'all congratulate Mickey for being out of Facebook jail. Y'all are something else. My New Year's resolution is to create a dating profile. Yep, swipe left done get on. Getting swipe left done got on my Tracy. Y'all be back in a second. Oh, just to show you that I'm not wearing pajamas. I literally have jeans on and everything. So I'm completely dressed. I don't want nobody to go, well, we see the top part, but you could be wearing PJs on. Nope. And none of this is coming off until New Year's. None of it. It depends on how the pandemic goes as whether I will be able to go out to rejoin protests. I've been disabled for 24 years, no immune system, so I've been on hiatus. If more people paid, if more people had used that common sense, we would have probably been out of this pandemic a long time ago. Really and truly, you'll be. What amazed me about this pandemic is we had more people who finally discovered that they just have to go somewhere. Never bothered them before until now. Granted, I get what the deal is. We went a whole year without having been able to do anything. Yeah, I get it, but let's make it perfectly clear. You were able to do things. You were. You were able to go and do certain things. Now, you may not have been able to do it longer, or you may not have been able to go to your favorite whatever. But it was almost that whole all or nothing thing. If I don't go to my favorite bar, my favorite restaurant, my mall, whatever, then it turned to I didn't get to do nothing in 2020. Nothing at all. Zero. I did nothing. I didn't get to do nothing. Yeah, you did. You did. But you didn't get to do what you wanted to do. So now we're at 2021. And things are opening up. Things are getting better. Things are perking up. We're not at full. We're not at full capacity. We're not at full strength. We're not completely open, but we're better than 2020. And people still complain. Still complaining. I say all that to say this, Anna. You are on the right path of saying, I got to take care of me, so I'm not going out there. But let me ask you this question, Anna. If people would have used common sense back in 2020, when once we got the vaccine come out and everybody did what they supposed to do, would you have still stayed at home, or would you have felt more safer going out now? Yeah, the last time I bragged about being out for a whole week, I went back in after 3 days. My hands off. Not with crowds, okay. But we did a whole lot from home, yeah. You, this broadcast, this Facebook broadcast, this YouTube broadcast started from the pandemic. Okay, that's what I thought. Um, that's what I thought, and you would have felt safer. It's been 2 years, Mom. It's been 2 years. We're no, I could be honest saying we're when it comes to this pandemic, we're really at the same spot, and we have no excuse for it. A friend posted a funny meme on my page. It said that I don't insult people. I just tell the truth. Yeah, people don't want that. If people follow common sense, and they don't. It's all about me, me. I got a story. I tried. I tried my best to stay away from politics this whole week and everything, which didn't work very well because I still was posting on my page about politics. But I did post the story of the lady who ran out on the tarmac. Let me see if I can pull. Oh, yeah, here we go. Uh, yeah. Woman runs onto Phoenix tarmac to stop plane she missed. A woman is facing charges after running onto the tarmac at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. According to police report, the doors of the jetway was already secure when Vicky Myers of St. Louis, Missouri tried to catch a flight Sunday afternoon. Instead of waiting on the next flight, police said she ran through the glass door separating the passenger area and the secure airfield. Myers was stopped by employees as she ran down a flight of stairs towards the nose of the airplane. According to police, she told employees she was attempting to have the plane stop so she would not miss her flight. Myers was charged with first-degree criminal trespassing on a critical public service facility, which is a felony in Arizona. Woo! Some of the stuff that's been coming out since 2020, since this pandemic, some of the stories that has come out literally has gone beyond you can't make this ish up. It really is. It's just you really just can't make some of this stuff up. Let's see what everybody talking about. In some ways, we're worse off now. Infections are higher than last year, and children are being admitted to hospitals at an alarming rate. Yeah, my housemate come across Karen, I'm assuming, in her pharmacy today. She didn't like being told to put a mask on. Sorry to inconvenience you for 2 minutes, but I'm hella lucky to have caretakers living with me. See, it's cloth. It's just a piece of cloth. They actually had a doctor who no, I ain't gonna say a doctor. I have no idea who he was. I just know he said something to the effect of as soon as you put a mask on, it cuts your respiratory rate by X amount percentage. And the more you wear a mask, the more you're damaging your lungs because your lungs. He went into a whole tirade about that crap. It was just like, do you know how long you have to sit down and actually try to come up with BS like that? You had nothing better to do with your time than to come up with that. That woman also burst through an emergency store, setting off the. Oh Lord! Thank you, Nikki. That story didn't say that, but she. Mm-mm-mm. And here's the funny thing about that story. How was you late? Because apparently you had a little Karen's complex where you just felt like you're just gonna run and catch a plane that's on the tarmac, that the doors are already secure, and you ain't getting in. It's a done deal. But you thought that was okay because you was late. Why were you late? What made you late to go catch your plane? And now that you're in jail for the selfishness. Yeah, yeah, it is. You were late for catching your plane, so you decided that. F everybody else. I'm gonna go run on the tarmac and catch my plane anyway. So you just thought even if you catch the plane, it was gonna what? Stop, open the doors, pull up the steps is not connected to the plane. That's a whole nother deal. So you thought they were gonna pull the step? Well, I mean, you something else. Yes, Karen. I like the Q speller too. I was just thinking, was you making a mistake or not? But once you put it two to two together, it's kind of I get it, and it was actually making sense. I think I'm gonna start using that instead of Karn. I'm gonna put Qarn. Can't be that far off the truth. Not one of those anti-masks can explain why surgeons can wear a mask for 12 hours straight while under tremendous stress. No, and they're not. Or they'll say some bull crap like they're conditioned to wear a mask. Their doctor, they was trained to wear a mask. Normal Joe Blows like you and me, we're not conditioned to wear a mask. And by the way, just help me out on this. I want everybody's point in this. What is the longest time in a 24-hour day? What's the longest time you wore your mask? Because I pretty much can add up an 8-hour day. And I only have to wear the mask when I'm walking through the building or, if I'm on the floor of walking the floors of walking the floors of the firm or through the building that the firm is in. Maybe 30 minutes if I add it all up, maybe. I think that's plus or minus. It may be 31. It may be 25. It may be 20. I don't know. But what's the longest time you ever had to wear a mask in a day? 2021, the year the tax of the. That's QARNS, Tracy. We're changing the spelling of Karen. 3 hours at the doctor. Well, you're at the doctor. I would wear the freaking mask too. But okay, Anna. But on a typical day, on a typical Joe Blow, you ain't doing nothing but going to the store or something day. The longest you had to wear a mask. Now, 3 hours at the doctor. First of all, why 3 hours at the doctor? Good gracious. Yikes. My lungs are in capacity and I wear a mask. Babies feel better while I'm being suffocated. I rarely go out, but when I do, I wear a paper mask and a cloth mask. Yeah, I do too. I haven't stopped wearing my mask when I go. I wear my mask when I go to the grocery store. I wear a mask when I go get gas. When I have to go in and pay to get the gas, I wear a mask. I haven't stopped doing that. And I'm not going to stop doing that until we get this thing under control. Which it ain't because people refuse to do what they're supposed to be doing. But I haven't stopped wearing my mask, and I'm not going to. And like we said before in another thing, me and Theus was saying was, if you don't want to wear a mask, knock yourself out. Nobody understands why you won't, but knock yourself out. Just don't flow up on me talking about why you wearing a mask. At that point, mind your own business. I didn't ask you why you're not wearing a mask. Do not ask me why I am wearing a mask. Stay out of my business. I'll stay out of yours. And out of your way since you not wearing a mask. But shopping is cool. Yeah. Doctors is my typical day out at a store, 20 minutes tops. But once again, I'm not really lucky to have about. Okay. So everybody else, what's the longest you've had to wear a mask on a typical day? And I'm not talking about just literally you put the mask on, it stays on your face until you take it off. Again, I can count maybe 30 minutes a day. In an 8 hour work day, maybe 30 minutes. Because trust me, as soon as I get to the it's popping fireworks early. As soon as I get to my van to take my break and everything else, that thing is coming off. I don't get it twisted. I do understand the concept that it is an irritating thing to wear on your face. I'm not saying that it's easy and what's the big. I get the whole concept of it. It is kind of irritating. It gets irritating after a while anyway. But it's a necessity too. It's irritating wearing seatbelts. I still wear them. For the longest time, um, honestly, up until the pandemic, I literally had to wear a shirt and tie every day at work, except Fridays. Now, granted, the pandemic happened, everything shut down, except me. I still had to go into work. I wasn't wearing a shirt and tie, and they wasn't going to tell me to do so. They have every right to, but they was like, what's the point? Nobody's there. That was irritating too. Waking up every morning to get you a shirt, get you a tie the thing on, blah blah blah, choke yourself half to death and everything else of a job where you're walking up and down the hallway, up and down stairs, lifting this, lifting that, running this and running that. It gets real irritating when it's the summertime and it's 90 something degrees outside. It's irritating. But it was a necessity if I wanted to work. Now I don't have to do that. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not going into work wearing jeans and a t-shirt, but still, I don't have to wear that. That being said, the mask is irritating too. I get that. Still a necessity. Or it should be a necessity. So we can get this thing under control. How many videos have we seen? Mm, Mickey, that's my point. That literally is my point. That you don't want to wear a mask, whatever your reasoning is of not wanting to wear a mask, fine. Honestly, you're not wearing a mask. I could care less what your reasoning is. I see what the result is. So you telling me why you're not wearing a mask is irrelevant to me. Who cares? I certainly don't. But what you're not gonna do is try to explain to me why I should not be wearing a mask. If you even remotely come close to trying to touch me and pull my, yeah, it's not going to end the way you thought this was going to end. Just like them idiots that's going around threatening vaccine centers, threatening the doctors, threatening the nurses, to the point that we now have to have National Guardsmen outside. We got to protect the public from these idiots because you don't believe in it. And oh, by the way, I'm going to make sure that you don't either. Wow. Mm. The longest run of the meal is day. Well, okay, see. And that's a day, 25 minutes. That's off and on, by the way. That ain't 25 minutes straight. That's off and on. You add up, off and on, off and on, off and on. That's what you get. And you're dying to put this oh, whatever. Being with other kids, I don't, yeah. My brother didn't want to get his 8-year-old son to wear a mask all day at school, so he kept him home again this year. He's getting a better education that way. Yeah. Who is that? Who's the child abuser? I don't know that story. I don't know that story. Tell me that one. I've been out of the loop. No, I haven't. I was literally about to lie to y'all and say that I've been out of the loop. I haven't been online, but I definitely haven't been out of the loop. Nothing for nothing changed. Manchin is still Manchin. Biden is still Biden. People are dying from the pandemic. Fox News is still Fox News and lying their butt off. Although I do got the one little thing that people are flipping on Trump because Trump went on Candace Owens' show and told them, you have your rights and everything. He started it off, so I thought it was going to be the same rhetoric. But he started off by saying you have your rights and everything to do what you want to say and blah 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 and everything else. But then he turned around and said, "But y'all should wear a mask. Y'all should get the shot and the booster." And his people flipped, flipped, lost their mind. They honestly, they felt betrayed by Donald Trump. Betrayed. Our Savior has turned on us. Your Savior was the one who actually started that whole crap to begin with, so it's kind of hard to put the toothpaste back in the tube once you don't start all this. So kudos for you actually saying now, since your constituents are dying by the boatload anyway, that's why you're saying it. Don't have us believe that you had a change of heart. That's definitely not it. You basically found out that your constituents, your people, are dying by the boatload because you was the one who wanted to downplay the plague to begin with, the virus to begin with. Where you think they got the right to, the right to, the right to do, the right to? Who you think they got that from? You and people like you. At this point of time now, especially considering that once again that they're flipping on you, Trump, that they're flipping on you because now you're saying to do it, it's too late. The Kool-Aid has taken effect. It is too late. Nothing you can do from this point now. A man ripped a kid's mask off in front of you. What? Oh. Ooh. First of all, be realistic. He did it in front of mom. You're gonna find. Okay. COVID screen at a parent for wearing his mask. That has to be terrifying to him. And how brave and bold of you that you yell at a child. A child. Not a grown man, not a grown woman, a child. Because you know the child couldn't defend themselves. That's why. That's exactly why you did it. Exactly why you did it. Mm. Mm, yeah, because as soon as your brother says anything about Dr. Martin Luther King in any kind of way, shape, or form, apparently that's CRT now. I'm not making that up. Actually, they literally in Texas there was a teacher who wanted to get rid of every Dr. Martin Luther King book because she felt it was a gateway to teaching CRT to kids. Mm-mm-mm. Wait a minute. Was that Texas? I don't know if it was Texas or not, so I'll take the state back. I don't think, can't remember what it was. Couldn't be that far off, though, if it was Texas. Just pick a red state. Pretty sure it happened in one of those states. He has created a monster and now losing control of it. Yeah, he is. And he honestly thinks at this point in time he still has the power that he used to have when he was in office. And I said this before, that his constituents have been falling by the wayside by whatever means you want to use. And I'm not saying that the nutty people out there are still not nutty people out there, because obviously they are. But Trump support has been falling for a while now. It's just been falling for a long time. The good news about Candy asshole is she's grifting with selling that silver shit. She'll soon turn blue, and then she can stop selling. She ain't turning blue no time soon. She ain't turning blue. She making way too much money off the red to turn blue. And yes, my nephew is taught real history, and there you go. Teach history. He's a and we'll be able to tell you about one black owned. I'm surprised this is one. To be honest with you, no Martin Luther King, no Rosa Parks in South Dakota has banned the teaching of history with Native Americans. I knew it was one of them. Yeah. So they changed the whole dynamics of it, as they tried to do CRT, and when the whole thing came to what exactly is CRT, of which they never actually explain it, because explain to me you actually have to read it. So they figured anything of any black history, Native American history, Latino history, at a certain point, I'm not gonna say at a certain point, it has happened. American history that puts white America in a dark light is now CRT, and it's dividing the country and blah 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 and everything. Little Marjorie Taters actually said that Kwanzaa was created by evil people, and I'm paraphrasing, but it comes to the fact that a fake religion created by evil people to divide the country. What did you think your remark was going to do by saying that? Because up to this point, I have never heard anybody blow up a building in the name of Kwanzaa. Let me know if you can find that story. Mm. Fat shaming Megan McCain. Now, I don't know that story, and screw Megan McCain too. Trump may be falling in favor, but his crime mob politicians have taken up the banner of gun. Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's why I said, Nikki, Trump is falling. Trump support is falling. But he's already laid the foundation for, we warned everybody. Trump would have been president if he would have kept his freaking mouth shut, but he couldn't do it. All he did was he laid the groundwork for somebody that's smarter than Trump. They just got to do the same rhetoric that he does, just in a smarter way. He laid the groundwork. He can't walk it back now. I try not to watch Candace Owens if I can help. I didn't watch it. I one of the news people that I watched showed it. I don't even know where to watch Candace Owens, and even if I do, I'll purposely forget. Fat shaming in general is. A while back, I remember somebody that kept saying, don't pick on Candace Owens. And what they was meaning by don't pick on her looks and all this other stuff and blah, 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 and everything else. My deal is this. Once I lose respect for you, I don't care how you take anything that I say about you. And I have no respect for Candace Owens. I have no respect for her at all. There is no part of me, her accomplishments or anything else. And people would like to try to pull that boot. Well, you got to respect how she got where she is. No, I don't, because I know exactly how she got there. Why would I respect that? Why would I want anybody to actually do what she did? So why would I expect the game? Once I lose respect for you, I don't care how you take anything that I say to you. You could be mad, upset, so whatever. Who cares? I don't. I cracked up when I heard Marjorie Taylor being early on some. Marjorie Taylor. This woman had about 50 million names by this time. She could stand to eat a salad. She looks frail to me. I like the fact that she went to finish the Trump story and the Candace story. Yeah, she went on her platform online and tried to, I would say, try to defend Trump without actually defending what he said. It was sort of to the effect of something like, he's old, and they're not into social media, or they're not into technology like we are, so he's not getting the information like we would get the information and everything else. In other words, okay, Trump is so old that he's not willing to go on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook and find these right-wing nuts who says there's tracker in the vaccine, so he gets his news from people who are reputable. Bless his heart, he don't know where to look for the bull crap. Some crap like that. Basically, she sounded like she was really throwing him under the bus, to be honest with you. Henry Owens has a far left blogger who didn't just insult Trump, but was a very nasty and personal about it. I wonder how much money it took for her to sell herself. You can say that about a lot of people, Mickey. It has to be something wrong with you that you're willing to go online or write about stuff that's not only BS, lies, pure lies that can be proven to be lies, but then you put people in danger because of it. And instead of stopping, at the very least, if you don't want to come back and go, hey, I was wrong, fine. But don't go and then double down on it. We how many podcasters have we lost this year? Right wing podcasters have we lost this year simply because they went online and told everybody, I'm not going to wear a mask and I'm not going to social distance and leadership, you, blah, 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 and they wind up dead. It was, for a while, it was darn near once a week. Once a week. What part of your soul allows you to do something like that? To not only put yourself in danger, to not only put your family in danger, but to put your public, your audience, your fans in danger too. For money and fame. You're willing to do that for money and fame. You're willing to just throw your soul away for money and fame. Can't get it. Don't understand it. Everyone should stay away from shaming other bodies. Yeah. And Anna says she'll be right back. Did she ever say what the lawsuit she filed against the school was fake? I didn't know it. I don't know that much about Candace Owens or the news around Candace Owens. I try to just stay out of her orbit. I try to stay away from anything that personally is not going to affect me and the American people, or the Black community, or Native American community, or the Latino community. I don't pay that much attention to people like Candace Owens and people like that, because it's not like they're going to say anything new. Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity did it. They're not going to say anything new. They haven't came up with anything new the last 2 years. They're not going to come up with anything new in 2022 either. Just to throw that out there. It's going to be the same stuff. It's just going to be in a different way. Now, granted, this year CRT was brand new out of the box. Didn't even know. Didn't know they was gonna do that one. I'll take that back. So they do come up with new one, because the CRT was new 2021. So they may come up with something new, but it ain't gonna be tune in television to see what these guys are gonna say. It's not like they're gonna come up with anything that's just like gonna be such a blockbuster. Oh my God, I can't. In other words, there's not going to be anything these people are going to say that I'm going to go, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. It's not. They're not going to do anything like that. And believe me, they have said and done some disgusting things. So, nothing new. She won a lawsuit with the dog. Oh, wait a minute. Wow. Oh, that was the whole discrimination lawsuit. Whew. Sure she did. Real strange. She now says there's no racism. Yeah. And and the funny thing about other thing about little Candace, she wants to play with the big boys without really wanting to play with the big boys. She wants to sit there. You notice that now, and a lot of people like her, by the way, politicians and everything. They like to yell out their rhetoric and everything in the confines of their group and their group only. You'll never see them step out of their comfort zone. They've tried it before. It didn't work out because you find out that when you go to your comfort zone, even if you went to a neutral site to argue certain things, and you realize that the other side knows what they're talking about, and everybody knows that you don't know what you're talking about, that this crap that's coming out your mouth, you don't want that game. You don't want that game. So they stop doing it. They go to their organization, their group meetings, their conferences, and everything else because that's their safe zone. They can say a lot of stuff, and people will eat it up, and they don't have anybody to argue with. So they're fine. Yep, she publicly announced that she has never experienced racism. She stopped saying that after the news of a lawsuit came out. There is something wrong with you when you're willing to sell your soul for money and fame. There's something wrong with you if you're willing to sell your soul for money and fame. That's it. They don't care no more. That's why I said, Mickey, when you said that she was gonna turn blue, she ain't turning blue. She's making way too much money on the red side. Because they found that little token black person that says everything is gonna be okay. That we, the black people, are wrong and you, the white people, are right. Period. Well, I think that's all I got today. It is almost 10 o'clock, which means it's almost 2 hours before the new year. Again, I'm not taking this off until the new year. After 12 o'clock. We already got somebody that said they're going to get nice and toasty. Got to watch what you say on YouTube because you know that algorithm is funny. They're going to get nice tonight. But you are staying in, which is safe. You safe bet. Tracy is going to have 11:30. Let me see if I can find it again. Tracy is better than that. Let me see. Yeah. So Tracy is doing a Zoom watch at 11:30. So y'all can go hang out with Tracy. She's wearing her PJs. Y'all gonna wear y'all PJs. Y'all can bring in the new year. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, that is my show for tonight. If you want to call it a show. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.